Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me today for another episode of Island Hopping in New England. Today we are going on a ferry ride to Nantucket, another beautiful, historic and picturesque island off the coast of Cape Cod. So we're going to spend a few days there and I will share my personal first impression of the island, things to do there, the planning that went into visiting the island, and of course a little bit of history and what makes this island so special and a hidden gem of the East Coast, New England and Massachusetts. So I really hope that you will enjoy this ride with us, and if you do enjoy this video, please give us a thumbs up, let us know you liked it, subscribe and share this video with everyone you know, get those notification bells on, and of course drop a little comment. So the main reason for this trip was to have a nice family vacation somewhere not too far from where we live, to keep exploring the United States and especially learn more about New England. I decided to take my family on this little road trip journey of a couple of weeks, and that didn't come without little planning. I planned months ahead. The most important part of this road trip was to actually make sure that everything was planned ahead of time, getting an itinerary ready, making sure we had the right schedule and pricing for everything. I always travel with a budget in mind because it makes things so much more comfortable and efficient and relaxing for me. And you know, visiting the islands of Martha's Vineyard, Block Island, and Nantucket is not cheap at all. So knowing how much certain things are, such as lodging, transportation, and food, can be something that makes or breaks your vacation. And you know, it's actually cheaper to book a flight to Paris and stay there for 2 weeks than it is to spend a few days on Martha's Vineyard or Nantucket. But there are many options that many people that travel here are not aware of, and this is where I will give you a few tips and ideas. So after spending 4 wonderful days in Martha's Vineyard, we now took the Highline Ferry to Nantucket. The price of the ferry was $89 round trip for adults, $54 round trip for children 5 to 12 years old, and $14 for bicycles. If you plan on bringing your car, which you can, that will require you to take a different type of ferry, and that would be a traditional cargo type of ferry. Just a warning though, that booking cars should be done months in advance. This island is very popular and gets very busy very fast, especially during the summer. So the boat ride was very comfortable and the inside was so clean, so nice, and it takes about an hour and 10 minutes to reach Nantucket from Martha's Vineyard. The cruise operates about 3 times a day, and you can also take the traditional ferry, which is twice as long but can be a good option if you would like to enjoy some beautiful views of the Atlantic Ocean. So they have restrooms here which are very clean, and you even have seating booths for eating. They sell snacks, sandwiches, and drinks, which is super convenient if you didn't bring any food with you or on the island felt like being taken back in time, and as we walked around I noticed that almost no one had their phones out except for maybe taking a few pictures here and there. All the buildings, as you can see, are low-lying and very close together. The streets are small and tight. You have tons of very cute and charming shops. The most important thing you will notice are the cobblestone streets, so make sure you have the right shoes, otherwise it can be a little bit of a challenge. There are also so many people walking outside, and I really love that. There are also police officers at each corner of the street helping with directing traffic. Uber is a very popular means of transportation around here, but they also have a very good public transportation system as well with their buses that drop you to different spots on the island. So the downtown is full of hustle and bustle, very lively. The marina is filled with boats of all shapes and sizes and even yachts. You have gorgeous galleries for art lovers at every street, lots of restaurants and cafes, lots of retail. But I have to give you a little warning, it's that it's very, very expensive, shockingly expensive here. So if you're on a budget, I would skip the shopping or just buy something that is 100% Nantucket local, which is what we did. There are a ton of fun activities that are worth more than just buying some trinkets, in my opinion, like getting on guided tours of the island. And there are all kinds of options. Spending a day at the beaches, for example. You have all the beautiful lighthouses, very historic museums, checking out the historic houses, neighborhoods, and buildings. You have beautiful, old school style churches and all kinds of things. Alright guys, so we called our Uber, loaded our luggage in it, and we are now heading to our rental home. And as I previously mentioned, getting an Uber here is quite easy, especially if you are in the downtown area or if you live closer to the downtown area. Our drive was beautiful. Just looking at all the very nice houses, and some of the things I noticed is that all the houses and even buildings have a very similar architectural style. And I found out that the reason for it is that Nantucket has a very strict and very rigid architectural codes that enforces the traditional architectural style. So they will not let just anyone come here and build anything they want to, so that new homes maintain a similar appearance to the older structures. So most of the homes here have this shingle style that's usually grayish in color with flat siding and very minimal ornamentation. And this influence comes from the Quaker community, which were one of the first settlers of this island. And this group was known and had this strong reputation for their progressive ideals and religious tolerance. And also, this Quaker belief system is what shaped the island's culture and values. So it's 7:45. I decided to go on a little hike to the beach. We got a nice little rental in the town of Nantucket, which is about 20 minutes from downtown Nantucket. Speaking of our rental, that's a story I'm not sure I want to talk about yet, and definitely not give a tour because it was pretty terrible. But this vlog is going to be about positivity, and today we will focus on the surrounding. But one thing I wanted to warn you about is that you have to really be careful when picking a house for rent here, because pictures aren't always telling the truth. So you have to really read the reviews, especially the bad ones. And if they have pictures with their reviews, really pay close attention to those. This town is Nantucket, and it's about 15-20 minute drive from the downtown area. I picked this area to stay here because the rental seemed very reasonable. The town has a very laid back feel. It's very quiet and serene here with lots of wild vegetation. It's all growing very naturally without too much landscaping, which can be very appealing, especially to me personally. And they also have a very nice beach, very nice beaches, but the sunrise is so breathtaking around here. The water is so calm and clear that when the sun comes up, it shines beautifully over the water. So for me, it was a very spiritual experience and moment to see that first thing when I wake up. Like, look at this. This to me is just paradise. I just love this. Look at that sunset behind me. Lots of little flies. I'm gonna go find myself a little seat where I can sit down and just absorb and enjoy the sunset. Ah, the sound of birds, it's so nice, it's so pretty. You hear that? Alright guys, so for today, this is it. I really hope you enjoyed our first day around Nantucket. Next video, I will just do a little walk around town. We are going to walk around each corner of the downtown area and I will show you as much as possible. It's a really cute town, village. Seriously, it's absolutely stunning and worth the visit. So thank you so much for watching this video all the way until the end. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a little comment. And until next time, guys, please take care of yourselves.